David Quesenberry against Uche, and this is a mismatch because of the quickness, especially in obvious passing situations. How about the bend? And that was beautiful. I mean, he's quick.
I tell you what, watch. First, he's going to get a little bit of a chip by Alec Ingold right there. Now the second back comes in for the cut. Jeff Wilson should know better than that.
He's an inside backer, too. He knows how to maneuver his way through traffic here and make plays. That was perfectly done. Smart young man for someone.
Go straight down to stop the quarterback sneak, and he just felt it. You know you're supposed to pinch.
Credit for the sack, but Ryan Tannehill needs to move up, and there's big number 97 Hargrave just pushing the pocket.
One of the keys against Mahomes is contain, but don't allow him to take it out past the sideline. And you see the athleticism for such a big guy.
Pressure in the face of the quarterback, forcing the errant throw, and that's exactly.
Watch, one-on-one. Reader, who was out for 6 weeks, pushes the inside, and that's where he had to.
Zach Sealer, 92, watch him. He's the one that goes inside Aaron Banks, and he's right up to Brock Purdy, flushes him out, right to Bradley Chubb.
Hubbard coming right there off the edge. Does a great job using his hands, getting off. It's 5.5 sacks this year now, 38 pressures. Wiley.
These are the issues for this offense, the edges. Brown doesn't have much of a chance, and Epinez has done such a good job at dropping weight and getting quicker. And again, keep bringing up with Vaughn.
Tannehill be able to extend the drives, but watch the job Fletcher Cox does getting outside. They do a little pick stunt. Hassan Reddick goes outside. But you see the way he's now able to corral him. Tannehill can never get the edge.
Had Kayvon not slowed down, he slows down and then goes, he would have had a sack. You see him go, and then he's kind of like, oh, okay, he still has the ball. Just rush, my man.
So it's on first down, and you bring big Jonathan Hankins in the game. Came over from the Raiders, and he just.
Wink Martindale brings the house. Everyone is blitzing. Everyone has their one gap, and Kayvon Thibodeau, he's really starting to turn it on for this Giants defense. And you notice now.
Four-man rush, but you're going to add Fred Warner to it. And then you're going to loop Bosa back inside. Here comes Nick Bosa back in that clear lane, right to the.
How do you not block this guy? What is going on?
What would you do? Go for it or punt?
I'm going for it here.
There's Daron Payne. He's actually going to own that inside of Mark Lewinsky. Goes, rips right around him, gets to Daniel Jones in a hurry. No chance for Daniel Jones.
Third and short. Now Sweat just runs right by him. Little outside hop move, and he just turns that corner so fast. Tannehill doesn't have the opportunity to step up in the pocket.
You're rushing the passer, but yet you're aware of, as you're rushing the passer, what's happening in the backfield as well. There's a lot of guys that just aren't as aware.
And you're going to see that they're going to bring from the outside, and they're sitting all inside. You don't see anybody go and protect outside.
Back in this lineup, too, you see Edmonds back in the back, but 90 works to the inside. Edmonds is closing nowhere.
Third and must pass. Philly just pins their ears back and just brings it. Sweat on the left. Hassan Reddick on the right side.
Oh, yeah, I'm one of the best in the league, and you see why he's one of the best. Right up the gut, fighting through the double team, breaks right through it. No way that Taylor Heineke's going to get out of his grasp. Couldn't wait for him to come back. He gets around the corner. He said he is our best natural pass rusher. He goes, he bends, beats John Bates and Antonio Gibson, gets right around them.
And we couldn't believe, we're looking at him going, look at how big he is. This is a guy who's a, quote, former wide receiver, but always has been a great kick returner.
Trayvon Walker going to loop around. Goff spins out of that one. And keeps those eyes downfield. Nice little move back to the inside.
And Hutchinson unblocked, but you don't want to go back to that one. It looks like Travis Etienne was trying to come across.
Man, watch the pressure that these guys get. And it's going to allow for Daron Payne to get the sack. Jonathan Allen, F.A. Body, Daron Payne.
Yeah, he's dynamic, and you can't leave him unblocked. Now, I don't know if that.
Third sack for Baron Browning this season.
Going against Faalele out of the outside. Browning gets up the field, just that speed rush, dips that shoulder. Faalele not able to get a hand on it.
Meat in the pocket.
And look at this pass rush come. Huff with the power move and the bull rush. And then from the backside, Lawson with the big play.
And he said it was a nightmare going against his D-line, and he was not joking. These defensive linemen have been after it all game long. Look at Jonathan Allen just press gate.
With number 90, Jerry Tillery, the former Charger. He gets a really nice rush inside, and that's what gets the initial push, and Herbert tries to escape. Chandler Jones.
Couple big plays now by Carl Nassib down the stretch. This time he got Dalton. He's in the pocket initially. You can see that he's got pretty decent protection, just good coverage on the back end of it. Nowhere for him to really go with the football. Nassib then able to make the play.
A loss of 10, and that's the second Buccaneers sack of the game.
And this time the Raiders blitz Denzel Perryman. He's starting to show it here in this game already. You know, came into this game with just 1 half sack on the season.
They are just so quick. We think of them in terms of pass rushers, but it also applies to the run game because they are constantly in motion.
And that's what Nick Bosa is for the Niners. You get your initial push inside, force him to climb, but he is so relentless. You can see him get that ball punched out before they're
going to go field goal here, by the way, folks. That was Osai with the sack.
Wow, and Orlando Brown's had a couple of guys run right around.
Watch Taylor off the edge on a little game inside. The D tackle goes first and comes second. That's a T.
Cleveland Ferrell, one of the D linemen, in on the stop.
Just another edge pressure this time. Ferrell
up front by Big Al Woods. Stopped that thing before it got started and pushed that offensive line back into the running back. And then on the outside, these guys are going to fake block and then release. On the outside, you see him with the quick shoulder pump.
Watch this. We got to stop this right when he gets the ball here, when everybody's coming. All right, yeah. There's 4 guys. What do you do now? Just duck, get low, and then hope you come through the other side. Oh, thank goodness Landon Roberts was there, or Deebo Samuel might have taken that one to the house.
And that would have been one that you would see on repeat for years. Instead,
feel of Melvin Ingram coming around the backside. He's going to try to escape to his left, but they've got it contained there. So as he reverses direction to get away.
They're going to run 2 this way and then let Brooks go all the way around. The linemen get caught chasing the cheese. They got to set with depth on those pick games, and it makes it tough.
To make it an incomplete pass or a fumble, the answer always comes from Mike Pereira in our studios in Los Angeles. Mike?
It looks so unusual, almost like he doesn't see him. Hill stands up wildly right there and boop. Wow. Hey, ow.
That's a 2-minute killer right there. Watch Boyd make the play right off the edge. Pushing Charles Cross all the way back into the quarterback's lap. Watch this. And then he gets a hold of his jersey.
One more time, Jones really working on the rookie over on the left side, who really has played pretty well. Last week gave up a sack to J.J. Watt, but once again.
Working a little game right there. Boom. Well, the back's having trouble picking up pressure.
Very quickly to the point where his teammates were trying to indicate to the sideline, you got to get over here.
So Clemens was the first one up top and Williams underneath.
He got in on that play.
Yeah, and defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell talked about Trayvon Walker and his development, said he's getting much better with his.
Hey, watch Deion Jones just come out and set the edge here and not allow this play to get outside. Had success at the beginning of the game, getting outside, getting Pierce outside. Deion Jones.
Take a look here at Sue. He just beats the down block. Tannehill's trying.
But how about Lawson and Quinnen Williams, all right? Watch the guys across the front and watch the games that people play when they're trying to get to the quarterback. Everybody twisted, moving, stunning. But the coverage held up so well.
Yeah, it starts with Preston Smith right here on the edge. We talk about the edge defense. You see how he keeps his outside arm free. Now he's hustling, and then everybody. Jair Alexander getting down there loud.
Take a look over on this side, because coming right off the edge, and Mitchell gets caught inside because they did a good job scheming with Dalvin Tomlinson over him.
You're going to see that Justin Elliott, he's the one that's going to get the sack. Justin Ellis is the one that's going to get the sack. But you're looking at Taylor Heineke. He's trying to find Terry McLaurin. Couldn't find.
You watch this because this is nasty. Inside, right there, throw Jenkins on the ground, come across. And I will tell you, Kenny Clark, I'll just be honest, has not played very well the last few weeks. And he is still an elite player.
Had a massive impact in this game. He's going to come right up the middle. He's come clean already 3 or 4 times in this game. Beautiful rush.
You know, you're not going to be able to block. You see, got him there on both sides, the bookends, Reddick and Sweat. Just both win. One wins on an inside move. Reddick just runs along the outside. You see Sweat there with the jump inside, and they just have no answers for this pass rush. And we've said it time and time again throughout the course of the game.